It is a good thing I did not have my mic on. It is a good thing I did not have my mic on. Oh, echo. Fix that. Do. All right. That's better. Man. Friday. What is happening, everybody? I am Aunt Pruitt, and this is another time here in creator office hours, if you will. I try to do these each and every Friday if my schedule permits. Normally I do these at about 10 a.m. Pacific time on Friday, but this week my schedule did not permit for that, as I worked last night at the at my janitor gig. I didn't get off until 10 a.m. this morning, so that's that. But I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do office hours, if you will, and chat with the community here before I take my nap. Hope y'all doing well. I am unbelievable as always. And again, this is just a weekly-ish thing that I like to do for the creator community, be it photographers, be it video people, be it people that are illustrators, what have you. Anybody that's just creating art and actually wanting to get their art out there, as well as those that are wanting to get their art out there and actually be paid for the stuff that they do, you know, because regardless of what people tell you, your art does have value. It does. So that's that. Speaking of, that was my thought of a topic for this week anyway, as you can see here titled on YouTube. New creators, brands have to pay you. Know that. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into all of that, since you're watching this live here on YouTube, please do me a favor right now. Hit the like button down below. I think it's down below. I don't know. I assume it is. It normally is when I look at YouTube videos. So hit that like button. It's shaped like a little thumb. Hit that so YouTube will send a signal out to let everybody know, hey, he's live streaming. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, I would appreciate it if you did that too. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's down below too, somewhere on YouTube. I don't know. Normally they make it a big, huge button. So yeah, that's the preamble and all of that good stuff out of the way for now. Also, when you pop in here, if you have questions, comments, chats, use the live chat feature right there inside of YouTube. I try to answer the questions right there as quick as I can. Even if you want to talk about something beyond being paid by brands or what have you, it's okay. That's what this is for. This is a bit of an office hours to allow you to answer questions to allow you to ask questions of me that maybe I can answer, or maybe some other folks here in the community can answer too. You know, it's a lot of fun sitting here chatting with everybody and just sharing our creative thoughts and hopefully learning a little bit from each other. Know what I mean? All right. So thank you. I'm going to flip my screen real quick. I'm not going to show you my screen, but I'm going to flip my screen over here and see if any chats pop in. And first question here. Yeah, let's see. I'll go ahead and pull this up now. Boom. This comes from A, and it says, do you work as a janitor? Do you know the company ABM and Able? I do not know those companies, but yeah, I do janitor work a couple times a week, part-time. Just try to help make some ends meet because business is slow. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am scrubbing toilets. So yeah, but no, I don't know that company, ABM and Able. Thank you for being here, A. All right, so let me go over to the screen that I had my little note on. I thought I had it right there. Yeah, there it is. And let's just talk about, you know, I did a video previously about getting paid as a creator, and I know that probably rubs some folks the wrong way. Well, so be it. Shit happens. creators are people that are doing a job, and people that are doing jobs should be compensated for their jobs. You know what I mean? But, ooh, Kylo's having a bad dream over there. He's howling. Don't know if y'all hear that. Caught me off guard. Anyway, but yeah, creators should get paid. Now, with that said, people that are new to the creator space and new to starting their business out and trying to create their own brand and so forth with their art, every now and then you're like, you know what, I need to do something, do some work for free just to try to help get my name out there. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing some things for free. I do some stuff for free, and I've been doing this shit for years. But every now and then I do some gigs for free because I have my own reasons. And normally it depends on the project. It depends on the premise, depends on the people involved in the project. And there are also some times when I can take that free project and turn it into 2 more or 3 more paid projects. So it's worth it for me to do that one for free. You know what I'm saying? And your mileage may vary, but I highly recommend every now and then do some stuff for free. You ain't got to do everything for free, but do some free gigs here and there. Know what I mean? But every now and then you're going to hear from some brands, and these brands are going to say, hey, we see that you're creating content now, and we have a widget that we like to offer up for all of your viewers or all of your social media followers or what have you. And you know that's not unusual. Oh, and I see a usual suspect popping up here in the chat right there. That says good old hybrid media in the house. What's up? Good to see you, man. I saw that beautiful photograph, that drone photograph of the island that you took, man. That thing was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Good to see you, and thank you for being here. But yeah, you're going to get some messages from brands, and they can be big brands, they can be small brands, and most of the time it's going to be small brands. I'll just tell you that now when you're starting out. And they'll want to offer you an opportunity to shoot their product or do some type of work based around their product, be it designing some type of motion graphics or designing a graphic or shooting photographs or shooting videos or shooting reels or whatever. And I'm sorry for hitting the mic there. But what they'll say is, hey, we offer this widget. We would love to get this widget in front of your followers and whatnot. So can you create this content, be it a photograph, be it a video, graphic, what have you, and post this to your social media if we send you the product for free? You're going to get that a lot. I'm looking at a message that I got just about, according to my email, 9 hours ago. Let me read this to you, and I'm going to leave the company name out. Hi there. Hope this message finds you well. This is blank, a global online eyewear company established back in the days. Okay. We specialize in offering a wide range of stylish eyewear products. Blah, 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 blah. We like how you're engaging with your audience, so we think this is a great opportunity for us to collaborate. Okay. And then it goes on and says, here's our offer. In exchange for one social media post, we'll give you one pair or one product of the widget or what have you. And then you'll get commission based on the offer code that you give the folks in your social media. You get commission on that. All right. So let us know what you think. We hope to hear from you soon. Thanks. Blah, 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 blah company. And you'll see a lot of stuff like that. A lot of stuff like that as a new creator. And again, there's going to be some times when the new creator is saying, you know what, I need to take this opportunity to at least get my name out there. And I get that. But let me go ahead and tell you straight up. This message right here, that's not the way. I don't think so. This brand, who shall remain nameless, this brand should pay for your time. They should pay for your effort. If you want to do something like that for free, do it this way. Don't do it the way this email states. Do it as a bit of a spec shoot. Okay. So for example, let's say I love Lagavulin single malt Scotch whiskey, which I do. I absolutely love it. That is one of my favorite whiskeys, if not my number one whiskey. So this thing here, I reach out to Lagavulin and no, actually Lagavulin reaches out to me and say, hey, we love what you're doing. Here's a bottle of whiskey. Shoot that bottle of whiskey for us. Okay. And you can keep it. And if people like it, tell them to use this offer code. I'm going to say, Lagavulin, I love y'all. But no thanks. You're going to have to pay me. Instead, I could turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to shoot a spec commercial without even having contact with them. I'm going to shoot a spec photograph without having any contact with them. Meaning I'm going to go to the liquor store and buy the damn bottle of Lagavulin whiskey myself with my own money. Okay. And then I'm going to work on that project on my own damn time. I'm not going to be on a timeline. I'm not going to be on a schedule. I'm not going to be under reviews or any of that. I'm going to do this my way, when I'm ready to do it, how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to put that piece of content online, be it a photograph, be it a video reel, 30-second video reel or something. I'm going to put it out online. Then I'm going to tag Lagavulin. Then I'm going to make sure all of my people following me sees this piece of content. Okay. And if I played my cards right, said brand may say, oh, okay, we see you. We see you. And that's a start. We see you. And who knows? 3 months later, they may be like, hey, we're getting this ready to do this promo. You care to shoot something for us? Who knows? A year later, 3 months later, you have no idea. But it's one way to at least say, look, this is what I'm doing. Hashtag the shit out of it. So when people search for that brand, hopefully the stuff that you did is going to show up in those search queries, and that's going to get attention. So if you don't get attention from, say, Lagavulin in this example, maybe you're going to get attention from Jack Daniels. Maybe you're going to get attention from Jim Beam. So take advantage of working on your own dime and doing stuff like that on spec, if you will. And again, brands, if they reach out to you, brands should be paying you something. Okay. And I saw a chat just come in here. Let me pull that up real quick. This chat comes in from the Russell and it says, wow, interesting to see how these quote deals work. Thanks, Ant. Yeah. They granted, there are some legit brand deals out there. You got to earn it. You got to earn those deals, but you're going to get a ton of stuff like that in the beginning. I guarantee it. And even when you've been doing it for years and years and years, you're still going to get a ton of things. And like I said, I don't recommend doing stuff like that because you're giving them free advertisement. They didn't pay for any of your time. And you're banking on people will actually use the offer code to purchase said widget that you just did a photo shoot, video shoot, graphic for. 9 times out of 10, folks, I'm going to ask you this here in the chat. So if someone you watch on your favorite YouTube channel, not necessarily me or what have you, says, hey, go to soandso.com and check out this product and enter offer code free now or 10% off or something, you'll get 10%. Actually, most of the time it's like, go to soandso.com/creator. Most people don't do that stuff. We are so fast and furious and jump into these things on our phones that we forget about offer codes. We forget about the actual affiliate page, if you will, because sometimes they're not as simplified as most people want them to be. So what ends up happening is That creator made all of that freaking content and still didn't got nothing for it from a compensation standpoint, monetary compensation standpoint. And I'm not talking about just free products. Another chat comes in here. This looks like it comes from Hybrid Media. I do free work as well. I'm not surprised because you're a damn good businessman. I'm not surprised. However, whenever possible, I try to select organizations that would benefit from my creative skills, which in turn shows potential clients what I can do for their favorite charity. See, this is what these things are about each week, man. Pearls like that. That's it. We eye to eye on that, dude. We're eye to eye on that. Thank you so much, Hybrid. And there's also one more from A. It says, how about a company flagship? Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about flagship companies. All right, because I got a couple examples and I'm glad you asked that question. I have one flagship company and I have a couple examples about one company, and I'll just say their name straight out. Canon. I freaking love Canon cameras. I have the utmost respect for Canon. Canon has been there for me for many, many years, and I'm essentially a nobody. You know what I'm saying? I am not a Peter McKinnon. I am not a Marquez Brownlee. I'm not a Loretta Houston or Vanessa Joy, or any of those other explorers of light. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So I totally misunderstood you, and you're way behind. So anyway, I'm going to continue on. I'm neither of those types of photographers or creators from a clout standpoint, if you will. But for whatever reason, Canon has been like crazy loyal to me as a creator, be it with my writing or be it with my photography and what have you. And I really do enjoy the relationship I have with them. Okay. So if Canon reaches out to me and say, hey, Ant, we're getting ready to announce the new flagship R1 camera. We're going to send this camera to you to do a video about it or what have you. Here it is. Do your thing. And if that's all they say, I'll say, well, yeah, I'd be more than happy to write about it, but what do I get out of this, Canon? Okay. Or yeah, I'm more than happy to read, do a video about it or shoot pictures of it. But what do I get out of it, Canon? And because Canon knows better, Canon will say, hey, well, here's a contract to pay X amount of dollars for so-and-so or what have you. Okay. So that's one thing that Canon does do or will do. The second thing, which happens with me most of the time, and pretty much all of the time regarding Canon reaches out to me and says, hey, Ant, we know you are a part of the media. We know that you have bylines with this tech publication. So we want to work with you. Here's a loaner. If you could please put this out here on your website or what have you, we'll get this to you quick before anybody else. And I'm going to say, okay, sure, that's fine. And Canon will not send me a check. But you know who's going to send me a check? That publication. That publication says, well, damn, you got a relationship with this brand? Oh, wow, really? Here, let us write you a check because you had this relationship and you can get us the exclusive, or get us the early access information on this camera or this printer or what have you, whatever it is that Canon is offering. You know what I'm saying? So that's two ways that big flagship brands can work with you as a creator. So if you're a brand new creator, I always say, first things first, get yourself a website that's yours. Social media is not yours. Okay. That is a social media account. That is not your website. Those social media accounts can go away at any daggum time. Okay. But if you get yourself a website with your own domain name that you own, that is yours, that you pay for every year, the website may go down, but that brand is yours. You know what I'm saying? And you can always put the website back up. There's always a ways to host the website. So get yourself a website, start writing, start putting stuff there. Yes, feel free to use social media to promote your stuff. We all do. And there's not a thing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, your content better be parked somewhere where you can call it your own and no one can go and take it down. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, this is the perfect quote right here from Hybrid Media. Don't build your house on someone else's land. Right. That's social media. You know, you have, I mean, I use YouTube here. But YouTube is just a vehicle, another marketing vehicle that we all utilize. But I still have every one of these dadgum videos archived here locally on my machine. If YouTube decides that it wants to just ban my account, they randomly can, and I've seen them do it. I still have somewhere to put my content on my own website because I got all of these videos saved right here and backed up somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, X, Twitter, all of them can just totally take your content and take it away. So, yeah. But that's my thoughts on that. Do you all have any questions here? Everybody in this here live chat. So again, this is Creator Office Hours. I am Ant Pruitt, freelance content creator. I focus on photography, video. I write. I do what I can when I can. Doing this each and every week if I can, just to try to get the community together and talk about these types of things and answer questions. So go ahead and hit like if you're into this kind of stuff and subscribe as well. And also I have a Patreon page. If you would love to support me there, just go to patreon.com/AntPruitt. That's patreon.com/AntPruitt, or you can use the super chats and super comments, super thanks options here inside of YouTube. Cool. All right, so let's check this here chat for any questions. Any questions come through here? Looking. Wow, no questions. Oh, here we go. There's a question there. There's a question and comment. All right, this comes from Hybrid Media. It says, Adobe is in a bit of hot water with creators. I remember you saying I was on Creator, you know, that you're not the only one, but you're one of the few people that I know that uses Affinity. And Affinity Photo is pretty damn good. And it's really good on the iPad. Really, it's freaking light years ahead of Photoshop on the iPad. Real talk. It's really good. And Adobe, man, they've been in hot water. This last instance regarding those terms of services, when I saw all of the uproar on it, I assumed that it was a bit of overreaction and over panic from the community. And so I read what was put into these terms of services. And as soon as I read it, I said, this is Adobe's lawyers writing this shit in lawyer talk and not for the consumers. And as you saw, when Adobe addressed this, they pretty much said the exact same thing those lawyers said, but they said it in a language that makes sense, you know? And I hate that a lot of these big companies, they're so worried about being sued and whatnot. I get that, but at the same time, we got to do something about these terms of services and how they're worded. And I wish government would step in on that. You can say that about social media companies and a lot of other platforms as well. But when I saw that update, I was like, oh, this is all lawyers talking. And none of it makes any sense to most people. Because when they said, look, we do retain the right, Adobe, retain the right to make copies of your work and make derivatives of your work. They do. And they retain that right because they are a cloud company. And when you're a cloud company, you are taking original files from your customer and you're making copies because that's how that works. You're making copies of the original document so you can place it somewhere else if it needs to be shared to, say, Instagram or something. So that's a derivative of your original file being shared in an Instagram post via the Adobe Cloud. That's how that works. That's all cloud. That's not just Adobe. That's anybody that's using cloud platforms. And the lawyers, they just didn't say it the right way. They just didn't say it the way that it would be understood to the consumers. They said it in a way that was very malicious, and it was a total shit show. And fortunately, the Adobe PR stepped in and said, oh my God, our lawyers trying to protect us and totally screwed this shit up for us. And all of the evangelists came back and went word for word. I believe Mr. Terry White, as well as Mr. Beetlejuice, Jason Levine, loved both of those gentlemen. They did their own little videos going word for word, line for line through the terms of services that were rewritten that also said the exact same shit the first time. So Adobe just got to get their shit together, man, as well as all these other tech companies. You got to get your shit together with these lawyers because regular people don't speak legalese. Let's see here. Question from A. What's the company of the janitor? Because that's not important here. So I'm not going to answer that. Hybrid Media, he says you can find similar terms of services from companies, Microsoft. Exactly. Those are all big companies that are using cloud services. Clarence Brown says, I use Affinity, albeit for non-professional work, and love it. Yeah, dude, Affinity is legit. It's legit. And if you haven't already, check out the Seraph YouTube channel. It's a great resource for YouTube content based on all of their products. I've played with them for quite a bit. I don't use them now, but I had Affinity for quite a while, but now I don't use it anymore. And their YouTube channel is legit, so check them out. I think it's Seraph. See, now you're going to make me look. Dadgummit, let me go to my computer. Let's see. Seraph Affinity. Did I spell it right? No, it's just, I was close. It's Affinity by Seraph. So I will put it here in the live chat there. Okay, so that is their YouTube channel. And it's right there, youtube.com/affinity by Seraph. And I got to tell you, man, their videos and their content is really, really good for people that are just getting started with their product. And I highly, highly recommend them. They don't get enough credit out there in these streets. Cheesehead Media says, no question for you this week, but I just wanted to say thank you for these weekly chats. I always learn something. Oh, dude. You're going to make me blush. Nah, I thank you. I appreciate you being here. All right. Are there any other questions, though? Because if not, wait a minute. Hybrid Media says Affinity might be 50% off on sale. Whoop. Okay, nice. So hold on. Let's just open up a browser window, shall we? So let me see. I'll share my screen. Let's do this here. Close that window. Turn off the chat. And we'll say Affinity. Search for it and share my screen. That says creative software for professionals. Get 50% off today. Hot diggity. Look at that. Oh, I just busted my screen. Did y'all see my screen? It just went away. Ruh-roh. Maybe it's back now. I think my display port adapter wigged that on me. Is that what it is? Hopefully you still see my screen, because my extra monitor that I normally see, I don't see it. There it is. Yeah, now I see it. Whew. Yeah. Okay, he says we can see it. All right, so it's just me. But yeah, 50% off everything. That's pretty freaking good. Affinity Photo 2, Publisher. All apps, all platforms, no subscription. $82, one-off payment. Wow. That's insane. That's insane. That's awesome. Much respect. Much respect, Infinity. All right. So check that out. That is affinity.serif.com. Let me put that in the live chat too, so y'all can grab that just in case you're interested. I'm totally happy with Adobe at the moment. I'll say that now. Totally happy with them at the moment. So, but I have no problem with people checking out other options in competition, because competition is great for all of us in the consumer space. All right. Are there any other questions that you may have? Things on your brain? Random chit chat stuff? Not janitor stuff? Nobody wants to hear about me cleaning toilets, okay? Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, but at some point I will be getting off here pretty soon, because I do need to go take a nap. Actually, I need to feed myself and then take a nap. The dogs are already napping. I don't know if you can see them. Yep, it's too dark over there in the corner, but they're over there in the floor snoring like crazy. If you listen to the podcast this week, you could hear the snoring. I couldn't get it out of the mics. I mean, they were so loud, and they were just sitting right here on the floor, both of them, and just sawing logs, man. It was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Again, this is Creator Office Hours with me, Ant Pruitt, freelance creator, content creator, here to answer any questions you may have regarding the creator space, photography, video, branding, so on and so forth. Today we spoke about, hey, if a brand reaches out to you to do some work for them, that brand better pay you and not pay you in product. That's just not how that works. A lot of people want to pay you in exposure, and they want to pay you in product. I want to be paid in daggum USD money. You know what I mean? And that's a good question again from Hybrid Media. No, I did not get the OC Go Stream. I did reach out to them because I do have a relationship with OC Tech. I did reach out to them, and they answered me and was like, yeah, we'll get it to you. Just let you take a look at it, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't hear back. And then I never thought to ask again. I guess maybe I should follow up. I don't know. Maybe I should follow up, because I do have a relationship with them. I use their monitors for my video stuff, and they're so bright. They're so clean. I love their monitors. Good pricing on them too. OC Tech. A lot of people use, what's that? What's it? The Ninja? I can't think of it. Is it Atomos? Shit, I can't remember. Ninja V. Yeah, Atomos Ninja for monitors. I use OC Tech for monitors. YOLO bots. Refresh my memory on YOLO bots. Well, I do have a freaking search engine right in front of me. Let me see this. YOLO bots. Is that another streamer? Oh, it is. It is. So let's take a look here. YOLO Bots Pro, the ultimate all-in-one multicam live streaming switching system. Dude, there's so many options out here now. Isn't this great? There's so many options out here. Multicam production, good. Looks like 3 HDMI inputs, USB-C, HDMI out to monitor, pretty standard. SD card on it. Wow, SD card reader on it? Nice. Excuse me. That's very nice. Premium features are free. Built-in chroma key and all of that. Yeah. So what is the pricing on this? What is the pricing? See, this is the Pro. YOLO Bots and Pro. Oh, God. These thumbnails. I would never watch this video. Never would. I watch his 'cause I know Photo Joseph. I know Joseph Linansky. And I'd watch Aaron Parecki. Know those guys. Dang. Okay, so this says buy now. How much does this cost? Premium local dealers. No, I'm not giving you all that. You should just take me to a store. There we go. Amazon. America. Really? Give me a daggum price. Why is this so hard? Are you kidding me? Really? There. It's way at the bottom. You put it way at the bottom. Come on, man. So the Pro is $998. Okay. YOLO Live Ultra for $1,500. Let's see. And Mr. Hybrid Media has some commentary here. What's he saying? He says, I use a YOLO Bots Mini for the OC Go switcher with the OC Go switcher. Okay. YOLO Bots Mini only has one HDMI input. And yes, it is on Amazon. Yep, I see it now. I just hate that they put it way at the bottom. So this is a $1,500 one. The ultimate horizontal, vertical. Oh, gosh. Oh, I guess because you can rotate it so you can see the screen in portrait and landscape format. But what makes this $1,500 in comparison? 1, 2, 3, 5 HDMI ports. Oh, ISO recording. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. That's about like the ATEM Extreme. They offer ISO recording, and ISO recording is not for everybody. But man, if you need it, that is super convenient. Oh my gosh. And that's for $1,500. So yeah, roughly about the same price as the ATEM Extreme, if I'm remembering right. Very nice. So let me give y'all a link for that too. Hold on, let me put an affiliate link in here. So we'll do copy. So here's an affiliate link to the $1,500 one if you want it. Throwing that in the chat. Boom. And here's one for the $1,000 one, which is, oh, I didn't mean to add to the cart. Hell no. Didn't mean to add it to the cart. Hold on. Copy. And here's the one for the $1,000 one. $999. Right there. And those are affiliate links that you see there in the live chat if you are interested. So let me get this thing out of my cart. I didn't want to buy it. Good gosh. Oh man, a super chat just come in. Seriously? Dude, I know that dude. That is Ozone Nightmare. Happy Friday. Also, YouTube notifications remain as inconsistent and laughably unreliable as their parent company is when supporting their products. Thanks, Alphabet or Google or whoever. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Joe. Mr. Ozone Nightmare, thank you for the super chat. And I got to tell you, I agree regarding the YouTube notification system. It is pretty shit-tastic. I mentioned this stuff to them, and I also mentioned in particular that your channel, I don't get any notifications for it, and I'm subscribed to it because I've been wanting to watch you draw. When I have the minute to watch you draw, I've been wanting to watch you draw. So let me go ahead and pull that up. YouTube, and it's Ozone Draws, I think. Ozone Nightmare Draw. Let's see. No, it's just Ozone Nightmare. All right, so here it is. Ozone Nightmare. Let me pull him up and put it into the YouTube live chat. So make sure you check that out. Freaking awesome creator and illustrator. And he'll do live streams of himself drawing some stuff. And it's pretty fascinating, pretty freaking detailed. It's unbelievable. So check him out, youtube.com/Ozone Nightmare. Another one comes in here from Hybrid Media. Thank you, man. Thanks for being an outstanding creative. Appreciate that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. And dude, you're killing it. I love your work. Love your work. And not only do I love your work, but I love the family vibe that you also promote there online too, man. So that means a lot. Seriously, means a lot. Question from A says, have you used the Vision Pro? The Vision Pro, I have not. It's funny you asked though. I recently thought about setting an appointment to go try it out because I believe at one time you could set an appointment just to try it out to see if you'd be interested in purchasing the daggum thing for $3,000. Let me go ahead and tell you, I am not interested in purchasing this thing for $3,000. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But I am curious to just see it in action. You know, Micah Sargent had it at Twit, and I never got my hands on it, but I just wasn't all that crazy about it because VR just doesn't excite me anymore. It doesn't. I know they don't call it VR. They call it spatial computing. And I can't say that I'm excited to be doing this and that with gestures and stuff with a headset on. I'm totally fine sitting at my junky ass desk. You know, this right here. I'm totally fine sitting here with this monitor here. There's another monitor over there. And then there's another monitor over there. I'm totally fine with all of that, you know, and a keyboard right here, you know, but that's me. No, I'm not a Luddite, but that's just me. So, but thank you for asking that. And then that message was retracted. Sorry about that. All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. I think I've been here. No, it ain't been an hour, but it's getting close, but I'm getting tired. So if you got questions, ask them now before I get up out of here. And there's one in the chat there from Ozone Nightmare. He says, unless you're a gamer or in a specific enterprise, VR in general is a novelty in my view. And I think so. It's about that way with AI too. Some AI anyway. Now don't get me wrong. Back when Google Daydream came out, I freaking loved the Google Daydream. Granted, I had to put my phone in this little headset and put it on my face, and that thing would get hot after a while. But dude, I could remember specifically putting that headset on and sitting in that chair right there, and this was at my place in Carolina, but sitting in that chair right there and firing up Plex, firing up Netflix, and putting my headphones on, and absolutely loved it. It totally just took me away from everybody in the house, just to give me some me time, and I loved it. It was great. And of course they killed it. And that would be the only reason I would do some type of headset VR kind of thing. I had the Oculus stuff from the Pruitt garage sale, had that, played with it. It was pretty cool. But right now, I don't even know where the hell that thing is. It might be in the garage in a box. No idea. Because it was a pain in the ass to get it connected to the computer and make sure the room was big enough and all traced out and so forth. I mean, everybody don't have that luxury. My old studio was just big enough to let me use it in there. And it was fun to let the family see it and scare them and all of that. But VR just doesn't do it for me yet. I see stuff like Ready Player One, that movie, and think to myself, I do not want that to be life. I don't want that to be regular life. I just don't. Doesn't feel right. I was a nightmare with more questions here. It can be amazing, but I never thought I'd want to have a headset on for more than a few minutes. When it becomes a pair of standard sunglasses, then I'm interested. Yeah, I like the idea of a heads-up display. And the best freaking description I could think of is, if you've heard of Daniel Suarez, some of you may have, some of you may not have, but he wrote a book called Damon. Let me just pull it up to Suarez. And in that book, he talked about operatives using something called D space. And it was basically a dark web. It's basically the dark web. Okay. And they would wear these sports goggles, which is how he described them, as they looked like sports goggles, and the handles on them were a little bit thicker, which meant it had, some type of extra wiring and stuff going on in it. And it would put a HUD, a heads up display, excuse me, in front of the people that are watching it so they could see things in D space. It didn't interfere with the real world at the time, but they would be able to see little avatars over people's heads and stuff like that. Similar to how, Google Glass tried to be. But yeah, give me a heads up display, as well as something that will give me an indication, or give people in front of me or around me an indication that my camera is on at the moment, or this thing is telling me who you are at the time in my ear and stuff like that. I would love that. Just give me somebody, get Daniel Suarez on the horn, please. Thank you. He's a cool guy. I had the pleasure of interviewing him back in my Twit days. Comment again. Let's see. Those Meta glasses are the idea, but I'm not touching a Meta product. There are some other folks making them too. So I think I might get something usable in the next 5 to 10 years, says Ozone Nightmare. My former neighbor has the Meta glasses. Excuse me. He's a youngster and he freaking loves those things, which is a total surprise because I didn't think anyone in that particular age group, like under 25, would be interested in something like that. Clarence says, any plans for the new studio? Any new content coming? Well, Mr. Clarence, right now, this studio is still an absolute mess. It's dark. I don't have the other lights on, but I just haven't gotten it cleaned up yet. It's bigger in here. I need to do a little bit more with the acoustic treatment because I'm still getting a little bit of reverb in here. because I only put a handful of panels up. I need to put a couple more panels in certain spots. Thanks to soundassured.com. Not a sponsor, but they've always shown me some love too. Put some more panels up, move this freaking cables around and whatnot. And then it's just going to be back to doing stuff like this and continuing to do the podcast with Queen Pruitt each and every week. And, yeah, that's about it. And if I have some tutorials and stuff like that to share, I'll record them in here and put them out there on my page, on my channel, so forth. A asked, do I have any kids? Yes, I do have kids. They are also known as the hardheads. Yes, they are now gone off to college now. So yes, but I do have children. You know, as far as the studio though, this was a little bit bigger than the previous one, and so I was wanting to mount a monitor up on a wall and stuff like that. But man, that's just so much work that I really don't feel like getting into. The main thing that I struggle with right now is, and I can't show you because I'd have to move this camera, but this room was a bedroom, but the room right next to it is an added bedroom, literally added on bedroom. And what they did was took the front porch and converted part of the front porch into a bedroom. So there's this weird window right here that's to my 11 o'clock. And when I look through that window, I'm looking directly into the other bedroom. Right now, it's just being utilized as her office and a sunroom for all of the plants and stuff. So I got that weird window there. And then this window behind me. And you'll notice this window is not centered behind me, because if I centered this desk with that window, then there's a closet over here that I have to use that I could barely get into. The closet door won't be able to open properly, you know, as well as I wanted to be able to sit in here. And when I'm doing the show with her, I can have her sit somewhere where we can make eye contact, not having to look over monitors and look around and stuff like that. And the best way was for me to put that chair off to the side, just like I did in the other studio. It's just practical right now. Doesn't look great, but it's practical, you know, and that's all that matters at this particular point. Is I need shit to work because I got to get in here and get stuff done. I didn't get mad about it. You were asking about that janitor stuff. I didn't get mad about it. Don't assume that. Trust me, if I'm angry, you'd know I'm angry. Another question in from Cheese Media. When it comes to the new studio, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Exactly. That's the thing. It needs to be where if someone emails me and says, hey, I got a project. Can you work on this and get this done to be ready by tomorrow? I want to walk right in here, sit down, boom, and go. I don't want to have to screw around with a bunch of stuff and configuring a bunch of stuff, you know, or, hey, can you record a quick promo read for us or what have you? Cool. I got it. Camera's on the tripod right there. I literally just go over there and flip it on. That's it. Mic's right here. I literally just flip it on. It's right there. It's ready to go. You know, there was a time when I have to pull stuff out, unplug this, and I'm not trying to do that anymore. Can your ATEM Mini super source? No, my ATEM cannot super source because I have the Mini Pro. I don't have the Mini Extreme. I think the Extreme is the first line that does the super source. But I'll tell you what I am considering. A little app called BitFocus Companion. So let me see. Can I share my screen? This right here. This thing is supposed to put your ATM on steroids, essentially. If you have a Stream Deck, which I do, pair that Stream Deck with an ATM, and I'm supposed to be able to get a few more capabilities out of this thing. And I did install BitFocus. I started configuring BitFocus, but I haven't been back to it because y'all know how the last 90 days of my life have been. So some things have to wait, but I am looking forward to trying this out. This is an open source project and it's totally free, and it's compatible with both Windows and Mac. I want to say we did use BitFocus at Pruitt Studio, if I'm remembering right, as part of our backend for running Zoom ISO for when people call in and be able to get their tracks isolated, and here's a whole Pruitt Studio. It's y'all have no idea the behind the scenes that goes on to make that stuff run. It's freaking fascinating. It is a legit studio, you know. But yeah, bitfocus.io if you're interested. BitFocus Companion. I shall go ahead and put that in our live chat too, so y'all can see it there and check that out. All right, one more question before I go. I ask it now. This is Ant Pruitt, Creator Office Hours, each and every Friday. If you're in here right now listening to me ramble on, please hit the thumbs up button inside of YouTube if you haven't already. And hit the share button too to spread the word. I appreciate that. It's really good seeing y'all in here. All right, Ozone Nightmare says, yes, he's glad he caught this bit of the stream. Thank you so much for being here, sir, and thank you for your previous super chats. Yeah, hope you have a good weekend too. I'm going to go back to work tonight at 2 a.m., but it's all good. Then I'll start my weekend, and I'm going to start my weekend by sitting on the couch and resting. Yeah, I think this will be the first weekend of me not being busy with something, so I want to try to take advantage of it and take care of my dogs and whatnot, and just try to chill and not worry about the hard heads or anything like that. That's the deal. All right, folks, thank y'all for being here. And again, if you're interested in supporting the channel, feel free to hit subscribe, like, and sharing and all that good stuff. And if you want to do super chats, you can. If you want to do super thanks, you can. I'm also a Patreon member, so if you're interested in being a part of the Patreon community, you can go to patreon.com/AntPruitt, and you should see it pop up there on the screen, I think. Survey says. Oh boy. Well, normally that pops up. But anyway, patreon.com/AntPruitt. Again, that's patreon.com/AntPruitt to check that out. And I've been working on my short story, and I will be releasing another snippet of that today, actually. So if you're interested in the short story that I'm writing, I'm having fun with that. It's just a new experience for me. This is something that I said I wanted to do back when I had all of that free time from being laid off from the studio. And yeah, really looking forward to it. Uh-oh. Why does that not work anymore? Huh. I just saw something on my screen, gave me an error. Don't y'all worry. We're all good. Don't worry. Nothing to see here. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain there. All right. Going to get out of here. Have yourselves a good weekend. Do something nice for yourself. Please do something nice for yourself. You earned it. You deserve it. Do something nice for someone else too, even if it's just 5 minutes of just listening to someone. Hear them out. Okay? And please know that it is okay for you to love you some you. All right? Take it easy. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.